Tania Thomas, welcome to The Local Live. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
So you're running for the school board. What is it about the school in general that appeals to you, the school district?
Yeah, well, we were attracted to this area because of the diversity. We very much like the emphasis on the arts. And generally, it's been a district that has had a good amount of achievement. Mm-hmm. So that was very attractive to us.
Is there one aspect in particular that caught your eye? Would it be the diversity of the district?
Yes, absolutely. You know, with our family, my husband's British, so we liked this area because it is an international area. And for us as a multiracial family, it was really important to be in a diverse community.
And you have one child, and
yes.
She's 10?
Yes, she is.
Okay, she's at Central?
Yes, she is.
And does she like the school?
Yeah, she's made some very good friends at the school. Mm-hmm. And one of the big accomplishments that we've had is that we've always tried to get her impassioned about classical music, and she had zero interest until she joined orchestra at school. Mm-hmm. And the lovely orchestra teacher was able, mm-hmm. by her actually playing an instrument and it being a part of her daily life, mm-hmm. she fell in love with it. So that's been a really good outcome. Have
you been involved in the PTA at Central?
Yes, absolutely. I've worked on many initiatives. I'm on the gardening club. Last autumn, we helped the fifth graders overwinter a garden, which they harvested a few days ago. Mm-hmm. And I've also worked extensively for the school play. Whenever there's a play on, I pretty much live at the school. I show up every day. I'm kind of a jack of all trades, and I'll go in. And my background as a teacher is very helpful when it comes to corralling a bunch of third to fifth graders after school.
So you've been a teacher and you also train teachers, I read.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's interesting.
Yes.
You've seen both sides of it.
Indeed, yes.
What appeals to you about board service, like as a volunteer activity? Because we all know it's a hard job,
yes.
Not a paying job.
Yes.
But you do get something from it. What appeals to you about that?
Well, for me, I've lived in this community for 15 years, and I have a great desire to see our community be all it can be. And as a stay-at-home mom, I have a wide amount of time. And there are some issues that we're dealing with now in our community that we need to address. Mm-hmm. And sadly, there's a lot of bullying right now in our school that many parents feel it's not being addressed. And we need to address it. And I'd like to be a part of the solution.
Do you see that across the board, or is that in just a couple schools? The incident, I think you're referring to an incident that happened at Hommox.
Right, but what happened at Hommox was not an isolated event, unfortunately. And my own family has dealt with issues. Mm-hmm. And having spoken to other families after the Martins came forward, it's widespread. And in some cases, it's racial bullying, name calling, sometimes it's physical. And in some cases, it's just plain old bullying, not motivated by race. But either way, we have children in our community who are not feeling safe in schools. And as a former teacher, I know the importance. I understand the importance. I mean, I would think most people know the importance, but I understand the importance of a safe learning environment.
So then is it safe to say that from your experience on the board, you hope to make change?
Yes, absolutely. I think it's a really important issue that we need to address. And I think the unfortunate thing is many people think that if we address what's wrong, we're saying that our good things don't exist. We have many good things, mm-hmm. but this is an important thing that's not working right now, and it needs to be addressed. There was a recent study released, I think it was yesterday, and it showed that bullying is on the rise in many schools. There are some districts that are reporting it, mm-hmm. but there are some, like our district, that are not, despite all the instances I've been canvassing and speaking to people. And across ethnic groups, I'm hearing stories mm-hmm. of bullying that weren't addressed And as a school community, we're reporting to New York State that we have no bullying, which might look good on paper, official paper, but when the reality in our school is something else, it takes away from who we could be as a community.
Well, we'd like to invite all of our viewers to remember to vote on May 21st.
May 21st.
That's
yes.
for the budget as well as for school board candidates.
Exactly. And if I may, our elections, our school board elections, do have a very low voter turnout. And that's something that everyone in the community, we need to work to change that. Last year, only 6% of eligible voters voted. So on May 21st, we all need to get out and vote. It would be lovely if they voted for me, but if they don't, I'd really just love to see my neighbors having a voice in their community.
Thank you for coming in today.
Thank you so much for having me.